Oh, hi. Good morning. It's your buddy Ken Boggle. I'm coming to you live for Coffee with Ken Boggle from a beautiful garden in an undisclosed location. Thank you for joining me. If you're here, say hi in the comment section. Elizabeth, my producer, is going to put them here. She's going to put them here. I'll get used to this eventually. No, over here. Yeah. I had it right. She's going to put them over here. Say hi so that I know you're in the room and that I can say hello back like Miss Tisha Wilson did. Good morning, Tisha. How are you, lover? Welcome to Coffee with Ken Boggle. It's me, your buddy Ken Boggle. This is coffee. Coffee with Ken Boggle. It's a thing. Cheers to you. Cheers. How was your week? Did you have a good week? Good morning, Jennifer Valacat. Good morning. Now, you might be hearing the sounds of a Kentucky summer in the background. I hope you don't mind, but I'm coming to you from the garden. Mike Archer, good morning. Jessica Davis Collins, good morning, boo. Yes, wonderful. Jennifer says she's had a pretty good day. Wonderful, good morning. Spring Rain, hello, Spring Rain. Good morning to you. Patricia, Loretta, Karen Jubak, hi, babe. How are you doing? Good morning. Hope all is well. Bumblebee. I'm in a garden looking all cash. Do you like it? Do y'all like the casualness? Is it good for you? Good morning, Kelly Crow T. Mama Kim. Hi, Mama Kim. Mama Kim. This is unfamiliar territory to you if you don't know where I'm at. I'm away for the weekend. Good morning, Miss D. D. Smith Riley. And yes, good morning, everybody. Welcome to Coffee with Ken Boggle. I'm your buddy, Ken Boggle, and this is a little something we do every Sunday morning here on the Facebook Live with you, my good buddies. We sit down, we have a good chat about what's going on, what's happening. My producer, Elizabeth Saint from Ghost of Shepherdstown, and a bunch of other really great, amazing things, creator of Cosm. She joins me in a few moments, and we get to chat with her. And then we do a tarot gallery reading where you at home get to ask questions of me, Ken Boggle, for free. It's a thing. Ken Boggle's Tarot Gallery Reading, live on Facebook. And Cosm, QOSM, the streaming platform that brings Ken Boggle into your home. Elizabeth, write that down. The platform that brings Ken Boggle in your home. It's genius. It's genius. Good morning, Sue Robertson. How's Ham? You doing all right? Ham is a bulldog that watches me every Sunday morning, and I love him. Hey, Ham. If you would, go ahead and hit share. Hit the share button. We're going to have fun today. It's going to be a good time. We're going to spit some truth, share some wisdom, help each other through some stuff, and do our tarot weekly forecast where I give you cards of the day for every day next week so that you can live the happiest version of your life possible. And we want other people to enjoy that. So hit that share button. And if you would, tag Cosm, QOSM. Because of them, I get to have a show like this, and other independent content creators like myself get to have a voice as well. So please hit share. Thank you all very much for coming. Click. Cheers. Cheers. It's like the wilderness out here. This is the wilderness for your buddy Ken Boggle. Good. Miss Sue Robertson says that Ham, the bulldog, had his first birthday yesterday. Happy birthday, buddy. Who's a good boy? Who's a good boy? Who's a good boy? Sorry, I like dogs. Obviously, if you saw my Snapchat yesterday, I'm now spending the weekend with 3: Charlie, Lucy, and Cash. They're great. Anyway, happy birthday, Ham. Let's bring on my good buddy, my good pal, my sister from another mister. Uh, the Alice to my Mad Hatter. Welcome to the show, Miss Elizabeth Saint. She'll pop up here. There she is. There's my girl right here. There's my girl. Good morning, babe.
You can't hear me. Sorry.
There we go. We heard you now.
Good morning. I'm good. How are you?
I'm on a weekend away.
Undisclosed location.
In an undisclosed location.
Okay.
Which may or may not be with a guy.
Interesting.
Things are going well. We'll talk about it. How was your week?
My week was good. It was it was busy, but it was good. I actually forgot it was the weekend.
You're working too hard, Elizabeth.
Yeah, but it's okay.
Yeah.
I enjoy it.
Yeah? Did you do anything fun this week?
No.
Nothing.
Well, I don't know. What do you consider fun? I didn't go like out on the town or anything like that.
Sometimes staying in is the best option, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I am. I don't even know where to start with that question, but I am building some new stuff coming up for a project I'll be doing. Yeah.
Are you allowed to divulge what these new are?
No.
No.
Yeah, there's like no reason to even mentioning it, except for the fact that I'm excited about that.
Okay, perfect. Last week, a lot of people were really interested in the things that you're doing and the things you're creating, and they were really stoked to hear from someone who creates these types of equipment, exactly what kind of goes into it. And well, hell, I don't think many of them even know anybody who has done it. So thanks for sharing all that with us.
Yeah, I really enjoy it. And I think that I will be posting as I'm building. I definitely plan on doing that. You just probably might not know exactly what it is that I'm doing.
Lover,
until later. I promise everybody will eventually know, but not in the short run.
Well, even after you explained what the other pieces of equipment did last week, I still had no idea. So you know what? You could seeing it on video without explanation is fine by me. I just love watching your brain work. Do another one of those time lapse moments.
I know, yeah. I know. It's funny to watch.
I love it.
I look at it and I'm like, what? I wonder what's it's like I'm possessed.
I get that. Because it's like the greater idea comes through and it latches on, like the purpose of what you're doing or what the idea is. The idea itself seems to sort of sit with you, and it moves the motion, it creates the energy. It's kind of like doing tarot card readings where I know what my job is, and when I'm in someone's issue or I'm in like a real reading, I changed because I'm so
I've told you that, yeah.
Yeah. I've started going back and rewatching it, and I'm like, she is someone else, son. She's someone different when she reads cards.
You see it. I think it's the same thing. I think it's like it's something intuitive that comes out. It's like your purpose like kind of physically comes forward in a way.
Yeah.
And I feel like sometimes something else is driving it, but I also feel in that moment you know more that you're doing the right thing at the time that you're doing it.
Yeah, and the more right it feels, the deeper the connection is to that spirit that's moving, that energy flowing. I think the deeper you're into it, the better it is. So
that's just life, though.
Huh?
That's also just in life, though. Like your energy and your whole being just feels completely off if you're not on track. Everything goes wrong. And I try to tell people sometimes, you're not going to get back on track if you're happy. You have to be miserable. Well, that's why you're miserable. It's because something's trying to push you to get to where you're supposed to be.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. And you'll never develop as a person unless challenges and obstacles. It's in the we were talking about it a little bit last week about a strong sword and what to like sharpen that sword and the difficulty it the metal undergoes to become this sharp, shiny, um, beautiful instrument. And that's what we're here to do. I think the same things with diamonds. The amount of pressure that a diamond undergoes is astronomical.
Right.
So literally, it's crushing, and that's required to make this beautiful thing. So I think as we go through life, it's really important to remember that without that unhappiness, without the challenges, without the struggles, we'll never become that sharp, beautiful thing that we're supposed to be. Also,
Yeah.
I think on the other side of that, because I believe in reincarnation. I don't know if other people at home do or not, but I believe that as many things as you can overcome in a lifespan, uh, it's better for your spirit as you go through human journeys. I think it's just
Hmm.
better for you. Um, and I think it kind of makes your trip to nirvana a bit easier in the end. I think, or it makes it harder. That way you can help others. I don't know. I don't know.
Yeah, it's just a
I,
journey to
I'm
cultivate
anywhere.
your soul.
Yep,
Yeah.
you got to educate that spirit, baby. Educate that
Yes, it's a
spirit.
big school, you know? Here we are learning all these crazy things.
It's a big
You thought
school.
high school was hard. No.
Yeah, yeah. Fuck high
It's
school.
life school. It's life school.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Here's a note I want to read to you from my friend Jennifer Lafferty Kopecky. She is from my hometown in Prestonsburg, Kentucky. And she said, okay, I like Elizabeth. She's legit. You are, chick. You're legit. You
Aw,
know,
I love you,
what, Jennifer
Jen.
Lafferty? You would love Elizabeth Saint just as a friend because you all have a really good similar vibe. A really good similar vibe. It's really perfect. Mama Kim says, well, on that point, I want to be a diamond, but only with my ashes. The pressure now is unnecessary. So, Mama Kim, people who don't know, Mama Kim wants to be cremated. And Mama Kim wants us to divide her up into diamonds
Ooh,
that we wear. And so her thing is save my pressure until my cremation because I'm done. I, I hear that
I
for a
like
lot of
that
people
though.
because things have been bizarre and weird, and we're all going through a lot of pressure right now. But it is for the best. We will overcome. And when history tells its tale, I think that what we're going through right now um, has tons of potential to be something really remarkable if we turn it around and love each other, and we turn it around and start being good to each other. If we turn it around and each of us takes a responsibility for not only ourselves but each other, I think we could turn the tide of what we're experiencing right now. I sincerely believe that.
I agree.
So, okay, so went on a date Monday with my boy. You remember the one I was telling you about, my fella, my guy?
Okay. Yeah.
Went on a date Monday. It was lovely. He cut my hair.
Oh, we did.
I got a nice little
Oh,
haircut. You
nice.
can't see
Okay.
the hat because it's Sunday morning at 9 a.m. and I ain't gonna brush it. I ain't doing that. I ain't putting gel in it. She ain't that girl. Not at this hour. Which,
Mm.
by the way, side note, press pause. I'm loving this parted bang you've got
Oh,
and the
thanks.
blowback. Very pretty.
Nice.
Very pretty.
I'm growing my bangs out.
They're lovely. They're lovely. I love a long bang.
Me too.
I
I,
was,
wait a second.
yeah, there's innuendo there. There's a euphemism, I guess. So
I caught
anyway,
it late.
we decided that he and I decided that we would spend the night together. First time ever we've spent the night together, and we initially chose Wednesday. Then it was, I remembered I was on Odyssey Paranormal Society Wednesday night show, and I'm like, no Wednesday. So then it was Thursday, and I was like, wait a minute, I have a long ass meeting at work, not happening. So then it became Friday, and as Friday drew closer, I got weirder and weirder. I got in my own head. I
What do you
was,
mean?
well, I've never been anything but 100% honest with everybody that watches this show.
Yeah.
And the honest truth is, and I've thought about it because I knew you would ask that, I'm terrified of being loved. I'm terrified that I'm going to meet someone that I fall completely and madly in love with, and that I'm not going to be good enough for them, or I'm going to say or do something stupid that ruins it. It's fear based. It's fear
Yeah.
based,
So do
and
you
so
think
for that,
like so then you keep people at a distance to an extent so it doesn't get that far?
or you date so many people at one time that nobody has a chance to really get to know you.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. Or you date people at such a distance, physical distance, that you spend minimal time together. And what time you spend together, you can orchestrate cameras and phone calls in a way that you show out as the best version of yourself. Uh, that I, that to me is a safety move that we've been given by kind of technology and stuff. However, it does hold us back from having those like moments where we put ourselves in situations where we could be hurt. Um, and so yeah, it hit me around Thursday. I'm terrified to let somebody get to know me because I, on some level, don't think I'm all that great. So, how could they possibly love me if I don't love myself entirely? It goes to that old
Yeah.
cliche.
It is an old cliche, but I think for myself, I didn't really understand it until about, I want to say, a year ago. My best friend, her name is Aileen. Uh, we've known each other for a very, very long time. My longest friend, but for years, she would always talk to me about self love and how important it was. And I would just, I think I just, I'm listening, but I didn't really take it seriously, and I don't think I understood until more recently the depth of how important it is and how it extends out to all the other relationships in your life.
Absolutely.
Because, and then it also goes back to like what you think you deserve. Because if you think that you are only, if you don't love yourself completely, if you haven't accepted parts of yourself, then you're only going to get a certain level of person into your life that they probably don't deserve you, is what it comes down to.
Right, because you don't even know what you deserve. You know.
And then there's all these
By the
other
way,
insecurities that come with it too if you're not loving yourself because you're always worried about them and what they're doing, and all of that stuff is just so toxic because at the end of the day, you should be able to sit there and be like, "No, I know exactly who I am. I know exactly what I deserve, and I am not going to be with anybody else that is not of that level."
can we give a round of applause for Elizabeth Saint and her genius this morning?
Oh
She
geez.
is spit. She is spitting mad truth. Mad truth. People in the
It's
chat room
a
are like,
journey. It's a journey to get
yes,
there. It absolutely is. Like, takes a lot. It takes a lot of, it's not easy to like walk through your own hell to an extent, and that takes a lot of time, growth, and dedication. And a lot of people, it's I understand why people run away from that process sometimes because it's not easy.
it's not. But you know what? And Elizabeth, don't please don't feel like I'm objectifying you, but I have to a little bit. What I want everybody at home to realize is that Elizabeth Saint is a, obviously you can look at her right now. She's a
Oh
gorgeous,
geez.
beautiful woman. Wait, it illustrates the point. She's a gorgeous, beautiful woman. She's got a beautiful face, gorgeous eyes. Her body's tight like a tiger. She's just beautiful. And she's been on TV and she's successful and she's intelligent and she's a wonderful friend, a great gal. But she is saying exactly what you've been saying to yourselves. Whether you're at home and you think you're nobody, don't worry about it because people who are somebody are experiencing the same thing. If you feel that you're not attractive enough or you feel like there's parts of you that you don't love, recognize the fact that this beautiful person right here is saying the exact same things you're saying to yourself. So get out of your head. Stop doing that bullshit. It ain't okay. And I'm taking that to myself too because I'm hearing what I'm saying and I'm absorbing it. I get it. It's a thing. I
Yeah.
understand. So Thursday kind of passed.
Mhm.
I talked to him later that night, and we basically sort of busted down that wall. And I was like, okay, I'm here for it. And he was, I guess, going through the same sort of a thing, but in a different way. And he said he was here for it. And then, bada bing, bada boom, Friday morning, I packed a bag, and then I got out of town. I left town. I'm so happy because I have not been out of my house for pleasure in years 10, 11, 12 years. I have not had a vacation that did not require some kind of a work, or I have not had a selfish vacation ever. Not ever. I've never once gone on a selfish vacation. I got away for a holiday with my family, Mama Kim and Adam and Mackenzie and the kids. That was great, but we were only there for a couple of days, and it was a family vibe. And it was wonderful, but it was not certainly a thing where I got away for the sake of me and enjoying something that I love. And a person needs to fucking do that. I mean, just packing my bag alone, I felt naughty. I was like, oh shit, she's getting away for the weekend. Who is she? I was packing my bag and putting my toothbrush in my travel cup, holder, and I was
Yeah.
living that life. And then I went to work, got that done, and then as soon as the bell rang and it was done with work, I got in the car and started what has been probably one of the most beautiful weekends I have ever had.
I'm so happy for you.
Look at these cheeks. These cheeks. Look how red.
Yeah,
Who is
yeah.
she? Who is she? Friday night. Friday night, we decided we would stay in and watch movies and eat pizza, and um, we did that. And we got a little sugar. It was fun. It was good.
Mhm.
Um, and then last night, I did something that I've never done with someone else ever, ever. Your buddy Ken Boggle built a fire pit.
Yo, I build a mean fire.
I don't know, sister. I mean, I bet you
I don't
do,
know. I
Elizabeth. I
mean,
bet you do. I bet it's hotter than the hinges on the gates of hell. I bet it is an amazing.
it's
I
the
bet you
first
can
gate of
set a.
hell.
I mean, I bet you can set fire to some shit. I bet you can. Yeah, I
I
love
like a
that.
fire. Yeah, I like building fires. Yeah.
I love
I'll
that.
spend hours maintaining it too.
Well, we tried that, but both of us are heat sensitive, so we're like, "Fuck this." We is going inside.
Yeah,
Um,
that's
but anywho, we built a beautiful fire. It was really great and wonderful, and we roasted hot dogs on forks, like those long forks. We roasted hot dogs.
nice.
He made hot dog sauce, which
What the heck is hot dog sauce?
hot dog sauce. It's like chili without the beans. Um, it's like it's a
Interesting.
southern thing. It's a southern
Okay.
thing.
Yeah.
Um, we're gonna hook you up with it though. We're gonna hook you up with it. Now
Okay.
somebody gave him the wrong recipe, I think, because ours was more like sloppy Joe,
Ooh.
and he was paranoid as fuck. He was like, "This tastes like sloppy Joe. It's not gonna be any good." Girl, already I'm salivating. I'm gonna
It was
drown.
really good.
Oh my! Even now in my mind, I can still. We um we had we had brats with cheddar in them. And when you put the hot dog sauce on top of that brat with cheddar, there's a whole cheeseburger vibe happening. And your chubby buddy Ken Boggle was living. I was living, girl. It was the
Wow.
best thing. Um, and then we made s'mores, which
Nice.
if you know me personally, s'mores and s'more related desserts are my favorite thing. If you want to see something really special, get a 6 pack of Pop Tart s'mores and put me in front of a TV. It's something very remarkable that happens. So yeah, we did that, and it was great. And we had a very special, wonderful evening together. And when we were in bed last night, he rolled over and he was like, "So are you going to go home to do coffee with Kim Boggle, or are you going to do it here?" And I had that moment of self doubt that I was saying earlier, and I was like, "Well, I
Mhm.
need you to invite me because I'm not just going to stay at your house and record a program. I'll leave at like 6 o'clock in the morning and get started."
Yeah.
And basically, he said, "I want you to stay." So here we are in the garden of this
Okay.
amazing guy, and we're having coffee with Kim Boggle. It's great.
Where is he?
He's inside. The boy does not like cameras.
Okay.
I think
Do
he's
are
on
we
the
allowed
balcony.
to know? Wait. What did you say he does again?
He's a cosmetologist.
Right. Right. I like that. I kind of like that.
Well, I think he might be on the lam. I think he could be on the run from the law because he does not like a. He does not like. He's peeked out from the behind the glass. I saw him. He doesn't like to have his picture taken. He doesn't like to appear on photos or film. He's not really here for it. He could be. He could be like some kind of like a mass murderer. hairstylist. Who knows? It could be a thing. Either way, I'm here for it.
Wow. What?
See
Okay.
what people listen. A lot of people saying I need that. Lindsay Rutledge, who has a show here on Cosmo, saying I need that invitation too. I totally do.
Yeah, see, she also
Um,
knows me though, because she's like, E's gonna research him right after this. Oh, you have no idea.
he's actually one of the sweetest, kindest people that I've met in a long time. So no, I don't think
Yeah.
he's a serial killer.
So
I
is
just think
Joe
he's.
from you.
Hmm?
So is Joe from Netflix series You.
Oh, what is that? I've not heard of that.
Oh my God, please watch it.
Is it like Dexter?
Yeah, but I actually like it way better.
Do you? Dexter was
Yeah.
pretty good.
No,
Dexter's pretty
and I
good.
know Dexter's coming back in November, like a short little run.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Yeah, I just watched the trailer this morning actually. But I'm telling you, if you haven't watched You, you have to watch You, okay?
Okay. Okay. That's what I'm gonna do. That's what I'm gonna
Yeah.
do. There's a couple of shows I have to watch. One, I have to catch up on The Crown because I haven't done that yet. I
Yeah.
missed the last season. And there's another program someone was getting me. It's called Manifest.
Okay, yeah. I've heard of it.
Yeah. Yeah, it's where these people are get on a plane and time for them went as norm, but they in reality had been missing for 5 years or something like that.
Mhm.
And that's a whole gig. But um, I'm not one to sit down and watch new stuff. It's kind of odd for me. Like I like to watch like tried and true things I've seen a million times just because like I know it makes me laugh or it's a safe
Yeah,
bet.
for sure.
I don't take a lot of chances, do I, Elizabeth? Now that I'm talking out loud about it, it's like I don't even watch new. What is that?
You know what? We'll test him. You should just like say we have to watch this show You that Elizabeth mentioned and just watch him the whole time and see how he responds.
He's literally watching this right now. So
Oh, I bet you because Joe from You would be too. He stalks. He stalks. And his internal dialogue is amazing. I
is it
imagine,
really?
yeah, this guy could be
Yeah,
just like that, and that's fine.
that's cool. I'm here for that.
That's fine.
Listen, one of these days though, I'm gonna have a chance to take a picture of the two of us together, and I'm telling you something. We're cute. We're cute.
Oh, I'm gonna have
Put
to
it down.
see it.
Put it down in your book. We're cute guys. We're cute together.
Okay.
So, yes, comfort show says Lindsay Rutledge. Missy Gaines Ping says Manifest is awesome. Cameron Flynn says hello, Elizabeth and Ken. Hi, Ken and Elizabeth. Hi. Nice to meet you. I hope you're all having your coffee. Paranormal Sleuth Show with Ken, Elizabeth, and Lindsay. You know what? I've been thinking about this, and we're getting ready to start the tarot gallery reading. But before we do, here's the last thought about it. I was thinking that we need some kind of a thing that's like man versus machine, where Elizabeth builds these items and we test them against me to see which produces good paranormal evidence or is most accurate or solves mysteries or I don't know, something like that. What do you think, El?
Yeah, I could see that.
Yeah. We'll have to call it Ken versus K2.
Validation. Oh my gosh, I hate the K2.
Do you hate it? Why?
Hate it.
Why do you hate it?
It's just a sensor that blinks.
Just a sensor that blinks. Ladies and gentlemen, my good friend, my buddy, Elizabeth Saint. She's not just a
Yes.
sensor that blinks. She's a
No.
beautiful, fabulous woman. I love her. Thank you, babe,
Thank
for saying
you.
it. Everybody give her a clap. Give her a clap in the comments
Bye,
section.
everyone.
Bye, my love. We'll see you next week.
Okay.
God, I love Elizabeth Saint. I fucking love that woman. Good morning from Michigan Paracon, says Veronica Flugie. Hello, Veronica. I hope you're there with Miss Michelle Saint, with Miss Michelle Kubat. Are you there with Michelle Kubat? I hope so. Yeah, we love Michelle Kubat and Veronica Flugie. Great gals. Shannon Elaine Steenbergen says, did I say that right? Steenbergen? I hope so. She says, good morning and good morning to you, love. Michael Simmons says, hey, Ken. Hey, boo. How you doing? How you doing, kid? All right. Are you all ready for the Tarot Gallery reading? Are you ready? Are you ready for it? Yeah? Wonderful. Okay, great, great, great. Here we go. Give me some of those emojis if you're on the Facebook, if you're on the Cosm app. Uh, type in your questions. If you're on Facebook, type in your questions. Let's get started. You ask questions, I give answers. We talk about everything from work, family, health, home, money. We talk about relationships and things like that. All that, all that. One thing we don't do is talk to those who've passed on. That's one thing I won't do on social media. Okay, let's see here. Tanya Edwards Claycomb says, Ken, I need to know if this negative will leave my life. Elizabeth, if you can, let's go ahead and put that question on the screen and let's see what that's about. Can we do that? Let's see here. Pop, 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 pop. All right. She says, Ken, I need to know if this negative will leave my life soon. This is so much, it's changing me for the worse. Praying the cards fall right. Okay, so let's talk to her about this. Let's talk to her about this. Let me move my screen up a little bit. Bloop, bloop. Tanya Edwards Claycomb says, Ken, I need to know if this negative will leave my life soon. There's so much, uh, this is so much is changing me for the worse. Here we go. Press pause. I think that's a bullshit question. I think it's a bullshit question. Not don't take it. Don't leave yet, Tanya. Stay with me. I don't like the way we said that. I understand what you're saying, though, Tanya. I get that sometimes we feel negativity for so long, so intensely that we sit with it and we begin to sort of feel like it is on us, and it's keeping us down, and we forget for a moment or for however long it takes to come to the epiphany. We forget the fact that we have ultimate control over all things. If you're a Christian, you know they said you were created in the image of the divine, of God Himself or herself, whichever way you fall. Um, but a part of that is that we have control over negative forces. We have control over negative forces. There's also a team, a spiritual team of angels and deities and energies and entities, rather, that work in our honor and work in our favor to actually help us with this struggle. So instead of asking, will this negativity leave your life, let's do something empowered and ask, how can we make it leave your life? What can we do to force it out so that you can live a happier, better quality of life? Am I right? Let's take control over it. Let's take control over it. Let's not ask when it decides to leave. Let's tell it to leave. How about that? Let's get cracking. That's a much better question, I think. If you disagree, say so in the comment section below, but I seriously doubt it. That's the best way to form that question, for real. The question here is, what can Tanya do to make the negativity in her life go away? Or how can she take authority over it? First things first is you have to determine that you're actually over it. You have to determine that you're actually over it. See, when we go through difficult periods for prolonged periods of time, we sort of become secure in the negativity. We sometimes find it to be the only stable thing that we've got going. And when that happens, we become used to it and we often don't know how to live without it. This is why you meet some people and there's always something wrong and they always seem to talk about it, and it's always more and more and more of that. They never really fight or resist it because they feel like they're powerless to do so, and have done so for so long they've kind of fucked themselves mentally. But here's the reality, Tanya. You're going to have to decide that you are sick and tired of being sick and tired. That's what Granny used to say. You're going to have to decide that you are over it. And then you're going to have to decide what actions to take to get through it. What I'm going to read you next is a series of do's and don'ts. And then I'm going to give you a final outcome. Are you ready? Are you ready? Number one, you've got to mature emotionally. Now, I don't mean that you are emotionally immature in a way that you're like acting like a teenager. I mean, you're going to have to evolve emotionally. You're going to have to evolve emotionally. You're going to have to go inside and do some serious work about where you are at. because your internal negative state is causing, or is not causing, is only adding to the overall pressure of your external environment. We are internally what reflects back at us externally, right? If you don't love yourself, you'll never be loved. If you are a mess inside, your life outside of you will also be messy. If you are a negative, difficult person, life around you will often be negative and difficult. So, why don't you start dealing with your own negative emotions first? You start dealing with your own negative emotions first. Maybe go backward and think to the last time you were happy, and then start chiseling away at each event that happened that brought you further and further, deeper and deeper down, down and down. Okay, why don't you start doing that? Second thing is you've got to get your head right. You're going to have to start really nurturing your mind. You're going to have to start doing something that really clears your head, and you need to do something that protects your energy. Because I do think that there is some kind of external negative energies that happen, that uh, do influence us. So learn to protect your own energy. Okay, what not to do. What not to do is sit and continue to let this fuck with you. Don't do this. Do not continue to sit there and lament. Do not continue to sit there in the darkness. Come in out of the darkness. Turn on the light. Turn on the light. Remember, Dumbledore said there's light. There's always joy to be found in the darkest of times if one remembers to turn on the light. Right. Friend of mine named Layla was saying, I'm in a really dark place, and a good buddy of mine. Oh boy, did we lose it? We lost it. Are we back on? Are we back on? Oh geez, Elizabeth, are we okay? Back, perfect. Okay. So anyway, that sometimes happens. I hope you all didn't leave. I hope you're still with me. That sometimes happens with live TV. Anyway, point is, I hope Tanya's still with us. Tanya, I was just saying that it's important for you to reclaim the light in your life, right? The second thing you should not do. The second thing you should not do is try to fight it alone. I think you should go to therapists. I think you should go to people who are not just your friends. Like, I want you to go to real, honest to goodness, great um, doctors or spiritual leaders and get some help. Ultimately, you will be at a standstill because you haven't quite made the decision yet to take the advice I've given you. There's still some part of you that is unsure about how to go forward. Replay the video, go back, and take each step on board, and really throw yourself deep into the idea that the time to get better is now. Okay, the time to let go of the nastiness is now. Things are still going to go wrong, y'all. Shit is never going to be perfect. Nothing is ever going to be flawless. It is a fallacy. It's a flawed thought. Nothing is ever going to be easy. Suck it up. And nothing's ever going to be without problem. So it's up to you to get stronger and tougher and wiser and smarter. It's up to you to exercise that muscle of happiness. It's up to you to work on it. With as much shit as I've been through, I should have very well been homeless, shooting up, dead probably. I should have been somewhere really terrible in my life, but I'm not, because I keep fighting, and I keep striving for happiness. I keep trying to do good by myself and do good for the sake of others. You've got to choose a different path. You can't let this shit get to you. Okay, Tanya? You've got to change yourself. Change yourself, change your mind, change your heart, change your life. Change yourself, change your mind, change your heart, and you will change your life. It's that simple. Wow. That was heavy for the first question, right? Are you all still with me? Are you still with me? Oh my God, it suddenly got hot as balls out here. Let's see here. Michael Simmons says, what do I need to do to help my 12-year-old daughter through her struggles? Let's do that for Michael Simmons. He has a daughter. Uh, he has a daughter who's 12 years old. She's going through some issues here. There we go. Thanks, Al. What do I need to do to help my 12-year-old daughter through her struggles? First thing we need to do is we need to have the daughter's name. Do we? No? Great. So we're gonna try. We're gonna try without your daughter's name because I don't think putting a 12-year-old's name in a comment section on Facebook Live is smart. Let's not do that. Okay, no, he did. Let's leave it there. Allie. Let's do this for Allie. Lots of love going out to Tanya there, Tanya Edwards. Make sure that you're showing her love in the comment section because that's what we do every Sunday when you're in the Ken Boggle bubble. We love each other. So make sure that you're sharing love with Tanya because she took a big dose of a jagged little pill called truth. And that's not easy to do. So show her love. This is for Allie. The girl's either bullying herself or being bullied by other people. The other issue is that she's so old for 12. Like she's been through quite a lot. Uh, she's an older spirit for sure. Trouble is, she's evolved past 12 years old so intensely that 12 years old has become challenging for her. Her age itself has become challenging. I do think that she's going through those hormonal changes and things that happen to kids of that age, and that makes every little external situation or stimulant even more complicated. I was a great kid until about 14, 15 years old, and then I went crazy. Um, and I haven't gone back. I went crazy and I stayed there. Um, Look, I think she could use some therapy. I think she could use some therapy. Uh, the reason why I say that is because she needs someone to help her get from one side of this issue to the other, right? She needs someone else to help steer that boat. She's in her own head quite a bit. There's a depression issue. There's a depression issue, and there's also something happening that you don't know anything about. The reason I say that is because the Seven of Swords is indicative of someone or something in her life taking from her without anyone else knowing. She might not even be totally clear on what it is. Spirit guide tells me that it's several different factors in one that's causing her to sort of have the overall trauma of being overwhelmed and everything being too much. She's gonna have to learn coping mechanisms and coping strategies. She's gonna have to learn. Oh God, she's got anxiety too. It seems like. Michael, does she is she going to see anybody right now? Type in the comment section below. Is she going to see anybody right now? Because the kid has some anxiety and some depression. Um, Look, Mama Kim said it just now in the look. I took my glasses off now. I need to read. She said my heart hurts for teenagers nowadays. They're under such immense pressure. I don't think I would make it 45 years ago. I wouldn't make it now. Yeah, so it is harder for kids these days. It is harder for kids these days, and that's why we got to do the thing that I'm suggesting, which is we need to have help teaching them how to cope with what the world is like today. We are ourselves in the process of this therapy, in the process of this healing, need to learn how to help them cope. We need to learn how to speak to them in a way that speaks to them. We need to find a way to engage them that takes them out of these pressures, but still helps them challenge the pressures and still helps them work through the pressures. Michael says that she's not currently in therapy. Babe, she needs to be. And it doesn't need to be a thing of you're mentally ill, you got to go to the doctor. It's not that. It needs to be a thing of, uh, sister, you're going through some shit and it's beyond dad. So let's go get somebody to talk to, me and you, and let's do this together. Because I think when you bring up things like therapy and stuff, the stigma of it is still very, very real. And if you, the parent, can say to your daughter, hey, look, I need to learn too. You're going through something that I need help with as well. You'll be better. I'll be better. Let's do it together. It builds a really great connection between the two of you, I think. My prediction is that if you take the advice I've given to you, she will wrangle it all together. I believe that the light and the dark of her reality will become manageable. I think that she will get a hold of the reins of it. She'll find stability, and I think that she will access her higher self in the process. Um, Lindsay Rutledge asked in the comment section below, do you think she's an empath? I think she might very well be that, but what I don't want to do is talk to her about that. I don't think it's a thing where you need to say, hey, you're special and we need to um, go see a mystic about it. This to me is more of a chemical situational thing where we need to teach her coping strategies in the real world, and then once we've done that we can then go to the mystical side. Because hey, look, I'm a tarot card reader, I'm a psychic, I'm a medium, right? So I'm all about the woo woo, but occasionally you got to go to a real doctor. Occasionally you have to go get some medicine. When you can't meditate, medicate, right? So this is one of those situations where we need a real professional. Once we get her in that situation, she will start to get better. Remember that the card, the Chariot, is actually about victory. So it will happen. It will work out. It will be okay. Um, if you wanted to talk to her about the empath side of it, again, I highly suggest that you wait until she's older. Okay? I highly suggest we wait until she's older. He said, I just want to give her all of the tools to help her succeed and be happy and help me so much. You help me so much. Love you, Ken. Love you too, Michael. Love you too. Good luck. Look, if you're at home and you're raising a teenager, bitch, good luck. Good fucking luck. It's a madhouse out here. And the reality is, you don't know shit about it. I'm 37 years old, and there is so much in the world that's different than when I grew up. I wouldn't know how to raise a 15-year-old. I'd have no idea. You don't either, not really, because their world is different than our world. We can't raise them based on what the world used to be. That's the mistake that happened with the baby boomers. They had kids and said, okay, we're going to rear our children based on the nuclear family, based on the old ways of thought, based on the old traditions, based on the old ways. Life ain't old ways. Evolution's a fucking thing, kid. And your children are evolving beyond you every minute of every day. If you think they're not, you're lying to yourself. So if you are in a place where you're at odds with your kids because you can't speak their language, go find someone who does speak their language, or they fucking will. And that is usually a guy in an alley who has a little baggie of drugs or has a good idea about, other bad behaviors, and they will pick him just so they can escape the world they don't understand. If you don't take the time to be that person who helps them through it, they will find somebody else who does, regardless of what that person is selling them. Okay? Does that make sense? If you don't help your kids, somebody else will, and you don't always know who that somebody else is. That's fact. That's fact. Okay, so Peggy Sell says, Ken, how are we going to make out with this storm? Really worried. Are you talking about Ida? Is that the hurricane that you're talking about there? I don't know. I don't know. I will say this though, if and I don't want people to take this the wrong way. If you still live in Louisiana, I don't know what to say to you. If you're still living in New Orleans, I don't know what to say to you. I don't. It's every fucking year, guys. It's every fucking year a storm comes. It's every fucking year you're getting evacuated. It's every fucking time I turn around, somebody's homeless, somebody's getting um, uh, ran out of their home because of some storm, some flooding, some just natural disaster. Get the fuck out. If you don't like lava, don't live on a volcano. If you don't like lava, don't live on a volcano. It's that simple. Peg, honey, I'm sure you'll be fine. I'm sure you'll be fine. I feel in my gut that you're going to be with me for a very long time. I don't think that anything terrible is going to happen to the point where you're not going to be. I, in my gut, think that it's not even a question to pull the cards out about. But I just encourage you to get the fuck up out of Dodge. Because it ain't worth living there, son. It's not worth living there, kid. Get the fuck out. Anyway, that's Coffee with Ken Boggle's Tarot Gallery reading. Whew, that was a heavy one this morning. We got in the garden and spit some craziness. You all ready for the Tarot Weekly Forecast? Are you ready? If so, say so in the comment section. Let's do it. Tarot Weekly Forecast. If you don't like lava, don't live in a volcano. Wise as fuck. I'm wise as fuck. Here's your Tarot Weekly Forecast brought to you by Cosm and me, your buddy Ken Boggle. We're going to do a card for each day of next week. We'll go Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, all the way through to Sunday. We're going to tell you what the card is and tell you how to get through it. It's humid out here. My cards are sticking together. Okay. Okay. Damn. Monday. Let me pull this up here so I can get on track. Monday, August the 30th, 8 of Swords. I know, it's a bitch of a thing, isn't it? The dog's agreeing with me. Monday, August the 30th, 8 of Swords. It's important for you on Monday to start seeing things clearly. If you feel that you are caught between a rock and a hard place, that is only your perception. I encourage you tomorrow to ask someone for a different perspective or for you yourself to look at things in a different way. I encourage you to understand that it's all about the way you're thinking and the way you are problem solving. It won't be very clear tomorrow. So I need you to really work on it, okay? Monday, August the 30th, is the 8 of Swords. You'll notice that she is bound. She's bound here because she feels like she can't make the right move in any of the situations in her life. You notice that she's also blindfolded because she can't see her way through it. Maybe reach out to somebody else who can see the way through it and get some advice, okay? Get some help. Doesn't have to be a doctor. It could be a good buddy or it could be a spiritual leader. Either way, get somebody who directs you, okay? That's Monday, August the 30th. And this brings us to Tuesday. Tuesday is 31st of August, 9 of Swords. I'm guessing that you didn't get any help on Monday. And this has led us to Tuesday being a little bit of us being in our own heads, and Tuesday us losing sleep, and Tuesday us being kind of mentally disturbed, for lack of a better word. Uh, this is a lack of mental peace. It's a lack of mental peace, okay? It's the tossing and turning we do. Why don't we go ahead today and change these cards? Why don't we go ahead and change them up? Why don't we get some paper and a pen, start writing down some things in our life that we know are already worrying us. We've got work tomorrow. We've got bills to pay. We've got things that are happening. Why don't we take all of that, put it down on paper? Let's decide what our authority is in it. Let's decide if we have authority, what we can do about it, and let's make a strategy. If we decide that we have no authority in it, uh, reevaluate first. But if you really have no control and you know that there's nothing you can do, let's learn to let go. Let's learn to let it ride. Let it ride. There's nothing you can do about it. So let's go ahead and start working on our mental peace by getting things in our head out, working on them today. That way by Tuesday, we're in better shape. Okay. Wednesday is the 1st of September. Geez, this year's flying by. It is the Knight of Wands. This is the Knight of Wands, yeah? So the Knight of Wands tells us that we need to take action. The Knight of Wands tells us that the time of thinking about what to do is over. We're not here to nurture it. We're not here to master it. We just need to do the fucking thing. It's like my good friend Shelby says, wake up, fuck boy. It's time to go. It's time to go. Wake up, fuck boy. It is time to go. You got to bounce. Get to it. Make it work. Do your thing. Because, look, at the end of the day, the reality is if you're not pushing the action in your life, the universe will. And when the universe pushes action in your life, it can be kind of a bitch. Can be kind of a bitch. So really work on it. Okay. That's Wednesday, the 1st of September, Knight of Wands. This brings us to Thursday. Thursday is the 2nd of September, Six of Wands. Perfect. Boom, 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 boom. Better card. The Six of Wands is great because it reminds us that we are capable of victory. It reminds us that we are capable of overcoming. It reminds us that we need to dig deep in our lives and allow support. If you would do the Six of Wands on Monday, Tuesday will be better. Wednesday will be better. Thursday, Friday, Saturday will be better. So Thursday, the 2nd of September, I want you to support yourself and support others in your life. Because remember, these tarot weekly forecasts aren't just for you, they're for everybody. So what you're experiencing yourself, somebody at home is experiencing, right? So one of your friends is experiencing, whether they watch the program or not. I mean, if they don't, fuck them. But I still want you to love them. I still want you to give them some wisdom and some love and some Ken Boggle goodness. Support each other on Thursday, September the 2nd. This brings us to Friday. Friday is the 3rd of September, Two of Swords. Two of Swords. This is a day of indecision. Your head and your heart are not in rhythm. They're not in unison. They're certainly not in agreement. So, if you were to ask me what is the best way to combat that, I'm going to tell you that it is in meditation and prayer state. If you are one who doesn't believe in meditating or you're one that doesn't believe in prayer, I encourage you on that day to stop. Be mindful. Ask yourself to take a moment and number one, address where you're at physically. Mentally go through it. I'm sitting here in a garden on a Facebook Live with a cup of coffee reading the tarot. Breathe in that moment. Stay in that mindset. The second thing I want you to think about is where am I emotionally? Assess yourself emotionally. What this does is it gets your head to talk to your heart. Okay? And then between the two, once your brain understands where you're really at emotionally, you can then begin to soothe yourself. Okay? Um, I'm sitting here in a garden on a Facebook Live reading tarot. Emotionally, I'm in a place where I'm a little worried about allowing people to love me, allowing people to see who I really am, allowing people to really get to know me because I don't really care for myself that much. So today, in order to soothe myself, I'm going to allow. I'm going to allow myself to love others and to be loved by others exactly as I am right here and now. And hope for the best. It's that simple. When you do things like that, your head and your heart start to communicate. Your head and your heart start to get in rhythm. This is also a part of a strategy that they give to people who suffer from borderline personality disorder, and that you need to assess yourself and soothe yourself and these kinds of things. So on Friday the 3rd, when it comes to your head and your heart not being in rhythm, replay that strategy back, okay? Assess your situation, assess yourself emotionally, and then soothe yourself, okay? Calm yourself, heal yourself. That's what it takes. This brings us to Saturday. Saturday is the 4th of September, and that is the Ace of Coins. Now, the Ace of Coins tells us that there could be great financial blessings coming in your life. It could be that there are financial issues that will clear up. Remember the clouds? Tarot 101. The clouds and the fog of tarot tell us that times have been unclear. And the ace comes through the clouds, this direction, comes through the clouds to bring us what we need in that suit. So improved luck, improved energy, improved health, improved finances. That's my prediction for Saturday. So if you were in the comment section below, Mama Kim, bitching at me over Monday and Tuesday, it should get better. It should definitely get better. Should definitely get better. That's the Ace of Coins for Saturday, September the 4th. Lastly, this brings us to Sunday, the 5th of September, 8 of Pentacles or 8 of Coins, whichever you prescribe to. This day, it's a good day to shut absolutely everything else out and get to work on what is important to you. This is a day to shut down all of the external distractions and issues and problems and focus on what you need to get better at, what you need to do for you. And the beautiful thing about it is that if you take that advice with the 8 of Coins, you usually have record-breaking success. So take Sunday, that's the 5th of September, to get better, to be better, to do better. Okay? Here's a little bit of a closing thought for you. We are never guaranteed a result on anything. Not really. We're not really guaranteed a result on anything. Whether this is a job working out, or if it's a new diet or exercise plan you're on, or if it's a new love relationship that you've got. We're never guaranteed that it will all work out okay. Hell, we're not even guaranteed that we'll live 15 minutes from now, right? Nothing's guaranteed. So what's most important, I think, is for us to allow the journey, allow the path, allow what happens to happen. In the end, it will all be okay. If it's not okay, it's not the end, right? So release control. Release control. Do the best you can to be a great person. Cause no harm to anyone else. But release yourself from the idea that you have to know how things will turn out. You don't. You don't. Your only responsibility is to live and die and do the best you fucking can. Okay? That's what we're all doing. Be good to yourselves, be even better to each other, because at the end of the day, you are your brother's keeper. Your happiness is not more important, nor is it independent from that of his. At the end of the day, we are our brother's keeper. We are as inseparable as fish and water. I love you, and I'll see you next week.